If you're a dedicated elliptical user looking to maximize your entertainment options while training, the Sole E95 has a large touchscreen display compatible with tons of content options. Welcome to treadmillreviews.com. I'm Kaylee, and today I'm reviewing the Sole E95 Elliptical. The Sole E95 is an elliptical I'm very familiar with. My parents had one while I was in high school, and it was my go-to during the winter season when I was taking a short break from running. But since then, the Sole E95 has had a massive upgrade to a much higher tech console. Honestly, I pity high school me who didn't have the option to stream Netflix or train with instructor-led classes from the Sole Plus app. The E95 can now do all of that and more. It's the perfect elliptical for someone who doesn't want to be tied down to a subscription training platform and wants entertainment that will help those minutes fly by. The E95 is Sole's largest residential elliptical, and I recommend it for taller and heavier users especially. If you want to learn more about ellipticals and other home fitness equipment, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to review the best cardio equipment to help you make the right buying decision. We would also love to hear from you in the comments section if there's a product you want to see us review. One of the benefits of the Sole brand is the length of the warranty. With the E95, you get a lifetime warranty on the frame and the flywheel. The other parts are covered for 3 years, labor for 1, and cosmetic items for only 90 days. It has a great weight capacity at 400 pounds, which is a lot higher than you find on other ellipticals. I do wish that the E95 had wider stabilizers and adjustable front feet to make it even sturdier if you have floors that aren't quite level, but it's a bit more compact than previous E95 models. Ellipticals take up a lot of space, so it's good to see brands making their machines more compact when possible. You're going to want a dedicated space for the E95 still, because its footprint is 83 inches long by 34 inches wide and 70 inches tall. It also weighs about 242 pounds. While I can move it short distances using the steel grab bar at the rear of the elliptical, I avoid moving it as often as possible. You'll want a permanent location for the E95 if you can find it. So on to the more exciting aspects of the E95 and why you would want it in your home. It has 20 levels of resistance. The easiest levels are light enough that most users should be able to manage them for an endurance effort. The hardest levels are really challenging, so even strong elliptical users can get a good workout, and you don't have to reach really high RPMs to get your heart rate up. The E95 also inclines up to 20 levels. It doesn't really feel harder to move the pedals when the elliptical is inclined, but I noticed my quads and glutes were targeted a lot more when the elliptical ramp was raised up. If you really want an intense leg workout, you can use the stationary handles instead of the moving handles. I prefer to get a full body workout with the moving handles, but they are thicker and larger than the handles found on the Sole E35 or E25. As a smaller user, I tend to keep my hands at the bottom of the looped handles. The top of the handles force me onto my toes to complete that full range of motion, with the vertical handles are a little bit too big for my hands. If you have larger hands or longer arms, you'll probably like these grip options. It's great that the E95 has so many grip options because it will work for a wide range of statures. The pedals are another great feature. They're very adjustable, perhaps even too adjustable. There's a red dial at the back of each pedal, which allows the pedals to be lifted up to 10 degrees. It was really hard for me to turn this dial, but I don't think it's something that most users are going to do often. In fact, most people won't need to raise the pedals anywhere near 10 degrees. You might just need to adjust them a degree or two depending on your preference. When the pedals are lifted to their maximum, it puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So I would advise against this positioning, but I do like that the E95's pedals are so adjustable. The stride length is 20 inches long, and I like this stride length for most people. The pedals sit a bit wider than they do on the Sole E35 and the E25. This extra width is better for your knees, but it can make the stride length a little less comfortable for really short users. Luckily, the pedals are oversized with good traction, so you can find a good foot position without sliding around. You also get a flywheel that weighs 27 pounds. It feels really smooth, and I was impressed with how fluid the E95 felt, even when I tried to hit the higher RPMs. Some ellipticals feel like they're just going to fly apart if you try to train at a high cadence, but the E95 is not one of them. It provides a great workout and is pretty versatile. So why should you consider the E95 over Sole's other ellipticals? Well, besides the higher weight capacity, the E95 also has the largest display. It's 13.3 inches, so you can get the best viewing experience with the preloaded third-party apps Sole includes on their smart equipment. You don't have to worry about having a TV nearby to keep you entertained while training on the E95. There are apps for Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, Audible, and more. If you aren't satisfied with the content options available, you can also screen mirror an Apple or Android device onto the Sole E95. With that connection, your content options are pretty much unlimited. The E95 has Bluetooth speakers to connect your audio, though some of the content was not quite as loud as I would like. There's a wireless charging pad on the E95, so you can rest your phone right below the touchscreen and keep it powered during your entire workout. Or you can place it above the screen in the adjustable tablet rack at the top. These smart features really transform your elliptical training experience, but you also get standard features you would expect to find on an elliptical. There's a cup holder that can store an average sized water bottle or your phone. There are EKG pulse grips on the stationary handles to let you check in on your heart rate if you don't have a wearable monitor. The moving handles have incline and resistance controls, and while there is a fan, it isn't that effective. You may need to rely on a floor or ceiling fan if you want to cool down while training. The only other feature I felt was lacking on the E95 was the off-screen volume controls. It would be really handy when you're viewing entertainment or training content in full screen mode, but overall it's a minor inconvenience on an otherwise excellent elliptical console. I've covered a lot of reasons why the Sole E95 is great, and it is a great option for a lot of people, but I have to mention who it's not for. The Sole E95 does not have the best interface for trainer-led video content. If you're looking for high-quality studio content with automatic incline and resistance controls, the Sole E95 isn't the elliptical for you. Instead, you might consider a Nordic track elliptical. You can pair the Sole E95 with the Sole Plus app, which allows you to store your training metrics and view free video content, but you'll need to screencast this content to the screen as it's not built in. There's one key benefit to this style of training, and that's that no subscription is required to use the Sole E95. Sure, you may want to connect your entertainment subscriptions from Netflix, Prime Video, or other platforms, but it's not required to have a great workout experience. While the E95 does have a built-in training app called KinoMap, which requires a subscription for most of its features, the app doesn't work as well with Sole's ellipticals as it does with their treadmills. Hopefully, this can be improved in the future. The Sole E95 has onboard training programs from intervals to fitness tests. You can also pair a Bluetooth heart rate monitor, any Bluetooth monitor should work, and train to reach specific heart rate zones. You can also program your own workouts and save previous activities as a template for future use. It is perfect for the elliptical user who wants to take control of their own training and would like entertainment as well. All right, so now I'm going to use the Sole E95 Elliptical a bit so you can see how it performs. Right now I have it on the lowest incline and at the lowest resistance, so it's really easy. Nice and smooth. I can use the moving handles for a full body workout, or I can use this stationary handles down here just to target my legs more. If I really want to target my legs, I can crank up that resistance. All right, so now I have all of that resistance on at level 20, and it's quite hard to move these pedals. So I'm gonna drop it back down before I incline it. Okay. All right, so now I have it at the top of the incline. There's not really any resistance added, but definitely getting more quads and glutes activation there. And it still feels really smooth, so even if I pick up the pace a lot, it still feels pretty nice. If you get the best workout when you can forget about how much your arms and legs are burning, the Sole E95 might be for you. Its 13.3-inch display is preloaded with your favorite entertainment apps, so you can just zone out. It has 20 levels of incline and resistance that will challenge exercisers of all fitness levels. It has a high weight capacity and a lifetime warranty on the frame and flywheel, so you can share it with all the members of your household. The E95 is limited when it comes to trainer-led content, but it does allow you to screen mirror any content you would like from your phone. It's the perfect elliptical for someone who wants a quality machine and doesn't need a training subscription to achieve their workout goals. Thanks so much for watching my review of the Sole E95 Elliptical. If you're interested in checking out its current pricing, we'll have it linked in the description. Or if you want to read up on more of its features, I have a full written review on the E95 available on treadmillreviews.com. We have tons of reviews for you to check out on our website and on our YouTube channel. I'm Kaylee from treadmillreviews.com, and thanks again for watching.